Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no.
Hey. Peso Picasso, Peso LeBeur, whatever you want to call it.
Perfect.
Hey. Hey. I'm on this shit that they not on. They say let bygones be bygones. Grip on the net like a python. Jump out the top like I'm Zion. I want a realist, no caption. Need a little bitch in the fashion. She bust it back like we crashing. I tell my shit, I'm about action. Hop in the studio, turn to assassin. I'm about those, no time for distraction. Can you imagine? Beamer to Aston. Ha, past them, I'm in the league of my own. Like mobile, I guess of myself. They like, so what you own? I'm working for generation wealth. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, enjoy life, cause you don't know how long you gonna be here. Hey. I'm in the league of my own. I might just go play for myself. All of this shit that you own, your dollars ain't making no sense. Don't act like you knew me, that's pretense. Took that little bitch to the deep end. She wanna slide for the weekend. Do say got me tweaking. New as a young and I've been up to something. Not everybody cousins, but I'm on the block like I'm drumming. I got a drip like I'm gonna. I'll make a wanna. I'ma hit it 4 times. You gon' call me stunner. They say you too smooth, but slid out the gutter, but still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone.
What is going on? Can everybody hear me okay? Let me pull up my chair. Let me get right. What's going on, everybody? Hey, have you seen the stream? Did the stream go down? Was it just me? Did the stream just drop? All of a sudden, everybody, if you know, I don't know what's been going on. Been having those issues for a while today. And for some reason, couldn't get the stream up even at 6. Things started working better. Stream might go down. I can't promise anything. But, sorry to blow your eardrums, but we got a hell of a day. Shout out all my Nintendo Switch custom firmware users who accidentally updated. Okay, let's go to roll call, because I see my man Joe out there. Joshua Drake. I think you were one. To accidentally update it, sir. I know it's a beautiful day for you. Beautiful day. Beautiful Sunday. I appreciate you being here. Steiner, what is going on, my man Steiner? Now, you know, like I said, Joe, man, you've been representing, man. G.I. Joe. I seen the videos too, Joe. You've been on it. Shane, Marcus, everybody on Facebook, Chelsea's World. I see you. If you can, please share the content. The stream was up, went down, share the content, hit the like, do all that. The music that's playing at the beginning, those are a multitude of artists that I've spoken with, whether they're people I know, battle rappers, just random people. I've seen an ad of a video I like, and I go to them personally and I ask, can I play the song? So if you do like it, you can look in the description. You'll see everything about that artist. Okay, you can click on there. Let them know NickMoses05 sent you. As the family is growing, I need to let people know, okay, that we are bringing them that way. So people are dropping in. Look at S.O. Cuckatoo. Your name is something else, man. Cuckatoo, are you ready? Yes, we are going to talk about it. You know it. I had to do it. Yes, it dropped today, man. Everybody out there who accidentally updated their Nintendo Switch to 12.0 is celebrating today. We're going to get more into it. But first, let me go ahead and cover some things with the channel, man. Oh, my goodness. So let's just drop. Now, first, I know you guys are probably saying, what the hell I'm, doing with the background. But just know, okay, I got whole, I'm watching, my daughter and everything back there going, I don't want nothing going on in the background. You never know what might be going on in the background. So I decided to take us to space. You know what? This is where I do all my shows anyway when I'm thinking in my head. You know what I mean? I'm way above everybody else. It's just the way. Now I'm just playing with it. But anyways, guys, you see the list of topics. Those listening on the podcast, we will go through those topics. Okay, we will go through them. First, we're going to talk about some changes to the channel. I want to talk about that. Joshua Drake, give Joshua Drake that damn bomb, man. Give him that bomb, man. Don't play with it. Joshua, you started too early. I got to take a sip of the cup. You know I got my cup here. Okay, I got my cup here. Look, thank you for the donation. I got the buttons ready. Woo, let's take. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That might as well just been straight. Holy wow. Okay. So I got to watch. I got to be careful tonight, guys. Got to be very careful. Anyways, guys, changes to the channel. I'm just going to cover real quick because I know everybody wants to get into atmosphere. We want to talk about these updates. We want to talk about what's going on, the real stuff. What's going on with Team Executor? Well, when are we going to see an update from them? We got all types of stuff. Let me shut my phone down because I'm ready to go off today. Ooh, I better not take another sip of that. I'm going to really go off. But let's go, Chelsea's World. Let's go. Changes to the channel. Let's start there. So some changes I'm going to be making to the channel. I did put up a poll. I don't have it up on screen now. I can't see. You know what? I'm going to try to pull it up even as I'm talking. Yo, Steiner! Steiner, while I'm trying to pull it up, man, I can't even pull it up. Okay, I'm trying, Steiner. Gave you a bomb, man. You got the bomb. You take it. Thank you. Thank you, man. That's all I can say. Thank you. This is what we doing, man. I'm just trying to report it, and I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate it. So we had a poll that I did on my channel that I'm actually going to pull up, and this poll was talking specifically about what you guys want to see more on this channel. What does MoFam want to see? Okay, Joshua Drake Steiner, you guys donate. What do you guys want to see, right? So that's what this poll was here for. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up the poll, and I'm going to give you the percentages of what people stated. And I also give you the choices. I wanted to cover that. Don't want to seem like I'm leaving that out because this is how we're moving forward. And I'm going to blame you guys for everything that happens from here on out. That's just the way. No, I'm just joking about that. But anyway, Steiner, appreciate that. Joshua Drake, man, really appreciate you guys. And everybody who's helping out, don't forget it. Just because you don't donate, I ain't forgot about you, Joe. I ain't forgot about you, Kyles and Desperate. All these people who are helping me out. Scott, I see you out there. Shane, I see you. I see all these people who tune in. You guys are helping out as well. I love all you guys. So, one of the things I asked, okay, I asked percentage-wise, what would my subscribers, my fam, MoFam, what would y'all like to see on this channel? Gave a multitude of selections. Okay. I let people know, keep everything. Don't change a damn thing. Hold up. I want to make sure I ain't miss Steiner. Steiner, did you do it again, Steiner? I knew I probably slammed up on you. Let me give you 2 thank yous on the button. I don't think I could do it that fast, Steiner. Give it to you, man. I'm trying to get to the smoke. And I can't even get to the smoke. I love y'all. Damn it, I love you guys. Steiner, thank you for that, man. So anyway, as you guys have answered. I have a lot of answers on here. So there were different things I asked you guys. What do you want to see out of this channel? Excuse me. And believe we're going to get to the smoke, guys, okay? So what I said is, do you guys want me to pretty much not change a damn thing? Leave everything the same. Leave it how I've been posted, okay? And you guys know I'm very busy, so I don't get to post as much content. Certain content, I'm like, do you guys, should I put up on this channel? I put up on other platforms. This right now I'm talking about is strictly YouTube. I have tons of other platforms. TikTok, recently growing like crazy. Twitch. Okay, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a lot more. Instagram, you see me there. I'm all over, but we're talking right now strictly YouTube. And I said, should I keep everything the same? Not change a damn thing. Okay, that was one of the things. It was like, hey, I got a choice. I could do that. Okay? Or another one. Should I be a media slower? Just give you all. Give it to you. I wish I had a sound for, something like, but never mind. So, should I be a media slower and give you every type of video I have all across social media platforms? Just whatever the hell I got, just give it to you guys, okay? Next is, should I do like normal videos that I typically do with the video game debate show? Okay, which I have spoken to some individuals. I will be speaking more in depth because we're going to test this week for equipment because I want to move forward on that. We just got to make sure everything looks good, works good. We can move forward. And another thing was, should I do normal videos with the video game debate show and do like podcast clips and shorts? Okay. 48% of y'all, damn it, I love y'all. 48% said, Nick, give me the videos, the debate show, and the podcast clips, the shorts. Give it to me. Okay. Now, of course, didn't add other stuff because I could have just put my family, vacations and stuff. Oh, blah, blah, blah. People don't want that. That's a media slower. So, wasn't a media slower. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. But podcast clips, YouTube shorts, everything in reference to gaming will be there. So what I'm going to be doing from this day forward, starting next week, okay, guys? And I'm trying to do it. We're going to start 1 week. We're going one week at a time. Okay, you guys working me to death. That's why these donations, I'm like, oh, hold up, make sure. Because sometimes I'll be missing them. I don't even look. Okay. I'm just making sure. Don't do me like that, guys. I'm trying to come back. Okay. But nonetheless, you guys asked that. And you guys answered, hey, we want that, Nick. So you guys said you want more content. You're getting more content. So from this point on, from Monday through Sunday, I'm going to have up at least one video a day. Now, this will be a YouTube short. You guys know, if you don't like YouTube shorts, I'm sorry, but the subscribers voted. Okay, so the shorts is where it's at. We're growing the channel. We're going to grow. I need y'all to be with me. Okay, I need y'all to be with me. So the YouTube shorts are going to be under 1 minute. We're going to have one of those videos every day of the week. So that'll be 7 videos a week, at least, just strictly YouTube shorts. Okay, one thing. Next thing is we're going to have 3 podcast clips a week, which will be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Those podcast clips will be from previous podcast episodes where either we'll be listening to, specific things with the callers where we talked about certain topics, revisit things that maybe now are coming true, dead specimen some of your damn theories. Okay, let's talk. Steiner, trying to get you another bomb, man. Hold up, Steiner. Hold up. I had to let it calm down before I gave you another bomb. Thank you for that, Steiner. I appreciate it. So, we will be having the podcast clips 3 times a week. Now, all this will be set ahead of time. I will not be doing this every day. I will be setting it all ahead of schedule. So these videos will already be set to come out. Okay, they will be uploaded. You guys can watch it. That's all content. That's not including my typical videos. You guys want an atmosphere video, you guys want an SXOS video and all that. That's not including all those videos. So that just gives you guys at least 10 to 11 videos a week, which would be end up in the end of the year, like, I don't know, who knows, probably 700, 800 something videos, which is more than I've had in 2 years combined. I need to make this happen with the growth. I have to do it. So bam, there we go. Not going to cover too much. Not going to talk you guys to death about the channel, but thank you guys. Love you guys. That's where the growth is going, and we're going to continue to grow. So now let's get to the smoke, man. Pull me up on screen. Pull me up on screen. Let's clap it up, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Yes. Atmosphere 0.19.0 has been released. Oh my God, take a sip to that. kudos to everybody who accidentally updated, who can now use your Nintendo Switch on custom firmware again. Kudos to you guys. Congrats. Let's go ahead and give a drink. Wow. So, kudos to you guys, because all you guys that accidentally updated can now be able to access your Nintendo Switch and custom firmware again, which is great. Okay, happy to hear that. Now, we still have the discrepancy of these SXOS users versus Atmosphere users. Okay, big thing. We also got, hey, is there going to be any update to SXOS? We got that question. We got some people, which I know Joe, I believe Joe posted a video on the Facebook page of SXOS in or running on 11.0.1 custom firmware. Hey, my man Joe put up the video. He said you can go ahead and take the links, okay? My man Joe, he's doing it. He's doing what he do. So you can go ahead and check that out if that is something you want to do. But there's many people who like to run that Nintendo Switch on the latest damn firmware. I need the latest. Every time they update, I want a damn fix for it. Okay, what's his name? Sires, we want the damn update. Your 24 hours is up, sir. We want the update now. PKOS takes 30 minutes. So, nonetheless, Sires, you know, appreciate your work. I did actually tune into the stream. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go ahead and cover Atmosphere. I want to pull up Atmosphere here. Don't want to do it any misjustice, if that's even a word. Hell if I know. But we're going to go ahead and pull it up. And I want to go through Atmosphere 0.19.0. And let's first ask, how many people have updated? I know Joshua Drake. I seen you out there. Okay. I remember you were like, damn it, I accidentally updated. I had somebody else message me, said I accidentally updated. I was seeing posts all over saying I accidentally updated. So, my goodness. Now, okay, I got it pulled up here. Now, let's go. I like to go to the chat. So let's talk. My man Alchemy in the house. That's what I need, Alchemy. Okay, that's what I need. I need to know. So what is going on with that? So Alchemy says it's not a spoof. It's Franken firmware. There's no real benefit. You're essentially running 11.0.0 with the 11.0.1 tag. I heard that too. I heard that same thing. Okay, so still the same thing. Okay, still the same thing. All right, not to mention it's unnecessary to risk for users that want easy plug and play solution. Alchemy, drop, man, hold up, Alchemy. You ain't even donate though. You kicking the knowledge. I had to drop you a bomb. I had to, okay? But let's go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull up on screen here. Let's make sure I ain't got it. Oh, Atmosphere 0.19.0. I'm not gonna cover all this. You guys see all that? we don't go that far, but I'll be all day trying to cover it. So we're just gonna cover it real quick. But Atmosphere 0.19.0 is Atmosphere's 46th official release. Damn, that's a long time. Damn, 46. Whoosh. How many SXOS releases? That's, man, guys been at it for a while, man. Kudos, bomb to the whole damn Switch community that's working on custom firmware. Shout out to all you guys, because how long has that been? Even if I don't see another SXOS firmware ever again, do you know what I will feel in history with the moment that custom firmware dropped? Do you know what it meant to me? Do you know what it meant to John? Even if I don't see it again. Okay, so certain things just last forever. That's one you can't take away. But nonetheless, Atmosphere 0.19.0 is Atmosphere 46 official release. And you see the, what is it, Fusey Primary, you know, I'm always bad at pronouncing things. But with the Things to Switch routine, Atmosphere is bundled with Homebrew Loader 2.4.1, HP Menu 3.4.0, blah, 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 blah. But support was added for 12.0.0. That's mainly what everybody wants to see. That's all everybody cares about, really. You know, everybody's asking, when are you going to be done with it? When? Okay? I just want to use it with the latest firmware. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? That's it. And Alchemy, hold up. There was, I think, 51 SXOS releases. Wow. Man, you guys, man, that's why I said kudos to the work that goes into that for all those updates, different releases. You know, that stuff takes work. It takes time. And some people take it for granted. You do work and people just crap all over you. But hey, I say if you got haters, you're at least doing something right. Because there's people who don't got haters or people that like them. So you're doing something good. Congratulations. But support was added for 12.0.0. Okay. And ERPT was partially updated to reflect the latest official behaviors. Atmosphere no longer uses the contents folder for its own programs. Improvements were made to Mesosphere. There's some of the things. Support was fixed for toggling the custom setting. And there you go with USB 3.0 force enabled on, I guess, 9.0 and newer firmwares. A warning was added to Daybreak when resetting the consoles. Substantial work was completed towards Atmosphere upcoming implementation of a host target connection protocol. Now, this is something I want to speak on. This is something I want to talk about more in depth here. Who knows more about this? Can we talk about that? Can we talk? I'll leave it up on screen for a minute. But completed to more of a host target connection protocol. Now, I haven't read it all through, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it. So substantial work was completed towards Atmosphere upcoming implementation of the host and blah, blah, blah. Once completed, users will be able to interact with a switch running Atmosphere via a PC application, which is Starlink, currently under development. All right. Planned eventual features for connected consoles, including a GDB stub, interacting with memory, of course, for cheats and streaming gameplay, audio, and video, and accessing the Switch SD card file system, all from an application. Has anyone used Starlink? Has anyone used it? We got anybody out there that's tested this? Sounds amazing, though. Just to have one application and be able to do everything, to be able to communicate with your Switch, access the SD card, a lot of different features. I must say, I was pretty impressed just seeing that, but just had to ask that because, it was something I always seen, and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. So let's go down. And, of course, minor issues were fixed with the bug, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did see that with launching certain games with cheats active. I remember there was a bug with deleting games, if something like that. That was fixed pretty quickly. But not much more than that. That was really the main things. I'm not going to go and bore you guys to death with talk. I'm not going to do that all day, okay? But remember those times stealth mode broke? No, you're welcome. Ooh, Alchemy with the burn. Oh, I wish I had one of those shots fired buttons like pow, 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 pow. I would have pushed it a couple times. I just don't got it. But Alchemy, what do you think about this, Alchemy? The Atmosphere is running around like, yes, we did it. I watched. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just speak for a moment. Just on the live stream I watch of Sires. Is that you pronounce it? First of all, let me ask. Sires M, is his name Michael? Is it Sires? Am I pronouncing the damn thing right? Let me ask that first. I need to make sure. It's getting better. That's how I know my tongue's getting numb. So I'll be good. But nonetheless, am I pronouncing it right? I think that's it. But nonetheless, Sires, my man, I was watching on Twitch live stream. I was in there kind of commenting, just watching. I don't know a lot about reverse engineering. I don't know much at all. I'm going to be honest about reverse engineering. Any software that even does it. I do know, some SQL commands and little things like that. Know a little bit about Python, but not much. But I was definitely in there just watching. It was kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember when someone asked Neil deGrasse Tyson, it's like a little kid, he asked him about, can a black hole swallow another black hole? And the answer took forever. It was that type of thing. I was just looking like, oh, I have no idea. But nonetheless, my man was kind of just going through different things, did state how much was changed. There was a lot changed in this update. And I'm not sure if it's more of a cat and mouse changes or these changes are being more beneficial. Maybe the code is more sleek. Sometimes they like to take out, certain things in the code to make it faster, or maybe, things can get accessed faster. Not sure about that. But nonetheless, there was a lot that was changed, a lot that is still going to be covered, to the point where he even mentioned at one point should this be considered a release or a pre-release, which means there's still a lot of things left to be done and a lot of different things that need to be changed. Now, let me go ahead. I agree, SXOS is better, but till then, I will keep using Atmos. That's Steiner saying out his own mouth. That's like me. Hey, I'm being cornered. Like, hey, yo, I'm going to be honest, man. SXOS is better. Okay, it's better. But I use Atmos, okay? Okay? That's how it was. I took that. I hear you, Steiner. Yeah, Atmosphere is a great CFW, and it's way easier than most of users made it out to be. Alchemy got no hate in his blood. See, in Alchemy, we always know you ain't got no hate in your blood, man. We appreciate that. Okay. I will say Sire's just going through different reverse engineering softwares is amazing. Okay, I have no idea. Just to cover, you know what? There was some frequently asked questions during the stream. I'm gonna cover that with Sires, and this update might even give some insight to you guys who are wondering about it. And we got a lot to talk about, so man, oh my gosh. So I'm putting, why did it just pull me up again? Why did it just do that? That was just so weird. It just like pulled me up again. I didn't actually be pulled up, but okay, we'll do this again. All right, so let's try this one more time. Okay, now, and yeah, smart as hell. I give him that, smart as hell. Just be able to do this as a hobby, even. That's pretty cool, you know. So, some of the things, what are you doing? I'm primary developer of Atmosphere, a reimplementation of Nintendo's Horizon operating system for Nintendo Switch. I do this by taking Nintendo's binary code, decompiling it, studying the decompilation output, and then writing my own version of it. Okay? Why are you doing this? People ask. Why the hell are you doing this? The goal of Atmosphere as a whole is to provide an open source reference implementation of Nintendo's Horizon operating system for the Switch. This is very much just a labor of love. And it goes on. There's a lot of different things. You guys can take a look at that. I won't just continue reading everything on here, but there is some pretty cool things. I know one thing that I was interested in is like, who the hell is Jing Yang? Okay. Jing Yang sounds like the guy who makes IDA. I'm not sure, but just taken from the frame of how it's said, Jing Yang is the guy who makes IDA. He says, now buying IDA Pro is my best friend. So maybe he was getting it free. I don't know how it works. Why not Hydra? How do you pronounce that? Okay. IDA is about 5,000 better than Gydra. Jokes aside, I haven't actually. What the hell? Now, see, this is how I was watching this. Now, from what I'm thinking, I think these are two different. I'm taking a shot here. Reverse engineering softwares. Am I good? I think we got two different ones. And one's $5,000 more than the other. So one's free. I take it because that's ridiculous. That's like price difference is ridiculous. But reverse engineering talks about its switches, other things. Go on. But nonetheless, just a lot of different questions. If you guys are interested at some things that maybe even happened at the live stream or some questions that were answered there, I would recommend you check that out. Also, Sires has those live streams up on Twitch. Also has it up on YouTube. You will probably see me in there commenting. If you go watch the video, you'll see me in there commenting. I was just shit posting, to be honest. I wasn't really, trying to get anything. What the hell am I going to say? Hey, you know about it? I don't know what the hell to say. So nonetheless, you'll see me in there, but shout out to everybody. Atmosphere, go ahead and enjoy your day. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get into it. Alchemy, talk to me nice. What's going on, Alchemy? How you doing today, man? I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing great. Shake my hand. Okay? Shake my hand. It's good to see you today. What's going on? We'll wait. It's not about waiting. I just want to make sure y'all good. I mean, do I gotta open up? We talked about the GoFundMe hatch. Refund Uber chips. Remember we talked about it. We spoke about it. Hey, Tom Dilts. I see you. See you, Tom Dilts. Okay, we talked about it. What's going on with Team Executor? As Atmosphere, you see, you have being open source and very open. Everything's just kind of out there. They're putting everything out there. Steiner, damn it, I love you. Another thank you for the donation. Woo! Cookie, Steiner, hold on. I'm gonna let that bomb. I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna let that bomb just marinate. God, what am I thinking? What am I thinking drinking that? Like, what am I thinking? Nonetheless, what is going on? And now, personally, me, I do not, and I'll give my own scenario, and when you guys call in, I know you guys are going to have some great scenarios to this, reasons why, and all that, and I'm going to just get straight to it. We're going to kick it off, okay? I don't know if we're going to see another SXOS update from Team Executor. Dead Specimen, I might be with you on I don't know. Let's think for a second, okay? Let's just walk with me. I want y'all to walk with me on this, and you will feel me, and you will feel where I'm coming from. Let's say I'm the damn one that made SXOS. You know, I was selling it. I was living a life. I got my chips coming. Man, I'm banging them. I'm making killer revenue. Atmosphere, what? I don't care. I'm making the dollars. Why do I got to turn around and look at an atmosphere? I can just look at my money, not an atmosphere. Okay? I'm living a life. Now we're going to build even better products with this money. We're going to continue Team Executor forever. SXOS gets cracked. Now, I then go, I make a decision. Let's say I got an activation server. Yes, I have the activation server. People are cracking that hair. Oh my gosh. They're cracking it. They're cracking it. We got it. We got it full, Nick. It's good. Believe me, it works, Nick. I'm getting the messages still. Nick, it's great. It works perfect on 11.0.1, not 12. We ain't going to start there. But I was getting it works great. Nick, listen, it works. Don't listen to what they're telling you. But then I have to think, if it's cracked, how are they going to make revenue? You get a choice now. You can use a cracked version or the official. But let's say this. Let's just say a floating SXOS cracked version goes around. And let's say Team Executor, hypothetical, walk with me. Team Executor says, hey, we're going to update wherever the guys are. Okay, I know you guys are going to say, and even Sires mentioned it during the stream about what someone asked. It wasn't like he just brought it up. I don't want to start there. Someone did ask about members being arrested and all that, and got back into that whole thing. I done went over that so many times. You can go back and watch it if you need to. But I wonder if them not making $1 is going to affect the decision on whether to continue working. Now, the reason I can say that, I just watched Sires in for how many got... I didn't want to put that before that. It was Sunday, okay? How many damn hours was I just sitting here watching, okay, him working as a hobby? Didn't charge anything. Now, everything else comes and, you know, people say, hey, you're still being used for piracy. You're adding these things on. He's not the one putting this out. And, you know, I don't care about all that. He's the one right there doing the work. We're watching him and he's doing the work. And now you have it where dollars could possibly not be made by Team Executor. To me, that's an issue. If I was the one that came out with SXOS, that is a big problem. Me not making the dollars when I had a whole rollout in effort to make money. I had a whole rollout. I just want you guys to know rollouts is something that's planned. Rollouts are not something that you just say, oh, hey, I just got a cup of coffee and I took a sip and I want to roll out. It don't work like, oh God. It don't work like that. So which means they had a rollout of when this was going to come out, why they chose the price point. They had decisions down the line. There were things that were rolled out. So they knew they were going to make revenue. They was counting the pre-orders and everything before anything even went through. That's how business works. And now it's cracked. If I'm a member of Team Executor, is it about passion? Is it about $1? I got a question. Because if I went into this for $1, I don't know if my passion's still going to be there. I can move on to something else where I can make $1. I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. That makes sense. Everybody's passion is not the same. Hell, you got some people who go to the NBA, okay? Some people go to NBA so they can be millionaires. Some people go just to beat Jordan, beat LeBron James, and be an NBA champion. There's differences to things, okay? But for me, if I'm doing something and I started an effort to make revenue, I don't do it for free. So I'm not going to start doing it for free. I'm not even going to begin doing it for free. Why should I do it for the love when I wasn't doing it for the love to begin with? Okay? I don't see no harm in that. I don't see no problem with that. That doesn't make me upset at all. That's just business. Okay? That's me. That's my feelings. That is why I think. Okay, now, hold up. It's about $1. if they can't get paid, won't run. Yo, and Alchemy, you ain't even got to say that. You ain't even got to say that. Alchemy, I think anybody in their right mind would know. If they start something, if I start making t-shirts, I start selling t-shirts. The t-shirts ain't free, okay? The materials are not free. My time is not free. Do you know what I could be doing with my time? Coming here, I'm not going to lie, guys. I started this channel as a hobby, as love. It grew into what it became. So me coming here every Sunday, me coming here on an Easter Sunday, me coming here at times where I usually shouldn't be here is because I would do this even if I'm not getting donations. And I appreciate the donation. I love them. You hear me drop bombs. I drop another. I drop bombs all the time. I love the donations. I love the help. I love the growth of the channel. I love the family I got here. This is why I do it. But I didn't start it to be YouTube famous. I didn't start it to say I'm going to make ad revenue off YouTube. Hell no. I never, ever, ever started my channel to make ad revenue. Hell, I don't make the donations I just got right now is probably more I make all month off ad revenue. I really don't make it. And people might think, oh, you're YouTube. So no, donations, other businesses I have on the side, my actual job, other social platforms, associate links, these, oh my God, thank God for associate links. So many other things have held me to keep doing this alongside the love for you guys. So now I'm at a point where I can receive some revenue. So why not? It makes me push harder now. Now I need a video game debate show. Now I need other things. Now it's pushing me to be more. So there's a difference. Now the revenue is coming. But I didn't expect that. I didn't come into it for that. So now getting it is a humbling experience. That's why I'm always humble. That's why I always shout out all these other channels. Sires has a Twitch, a YouTube. You know what I mean? Everybody who calls in, if you got a YouTube or anything, I shout it out. I've never been one to say, don't watch somebody's content. Because that's how I was. I didn't have nothing. I was hoping somebody watched my content. That's why I shout out these people who poured over these small old school games who nobody cares about. But it's a big deal to me because you spent your time. A lot of people don't have to waste their time. I watched this man do it and just talk to us for the damn fun of it. Yo, stop. Look, I got the donation, but this stream deck is coming in handy tonight. I wish, hold up, can I do a double bomb? Can I do a triple bomb? I gave you 3. You might not even be able to hear me for a while. Okay? Steiner, talk to me nice. Okay, but nonetheless, I had to get that off my chest. I do understand, guys, and I want everybody to think of it from that perspective. Why am I going to spend the time and now I'm not going to reap any reward for it? I'm not going to get any revenue. And let's just say, okay, I want to go even deeper on that, right? So let's just say, hey, I do develop an update. I want to put this update out. We have SXOS cracked. What's stopping someone from merging the two? Hell. Now I'm done. Now I'm just giving updates for people who are using the free SXOS crack. And you got people who are purposely trying to spread the SXOS crack because they don't want to see revenue being made in the scene for their reasons. Maybe it's rightfully so, maybe not. That's not for me to judge. That's for God to judge. You know, we get businesses making millions of dollars, billions off of us day to day of products that we have to have. Okay. So I can't be mad at anybody making $1 for anything that they bring. When I bought SXOS, I paid for it off the strength of Team Executor. That was my choice because I used previous Team Executor products that I was happy with. I didn't pay attention to the team. I didn't know about team. Hell, I wrote Team Executor on the forums back then. They didn't even answer back. Okay, I was that little fry. Okay, the one hanging out the bag that don't get no love while the long, big, crispy fries just get eaten up first. Yes, I was the little crinkly crap, dead, bent over fry that got shown no love. And now look at me. I'm the big, tall fry, you know, so nonetheless. So anyways, off of that. Okay, I'm not going to bore you guys, but that's what I think. I'm curious to get you guys' opinions on that. Do you think we'll see an SXOS update? Do you think we'll see one to the cracked version? If so, who do you think is going to work for that? I don't think Sires is going to say, hey, I'm going to help with SXOS crack. I don't see that happening. So, nonetheless, we're going to go through these other things. I'm going to take you guys' calls very quickly. So let's go ahead and run through these other things very quick. Now, Chat, I want to go ahead and pull back up on screen here because I love for people to be able to see chat. So let's go ahead and see. Same here, would buy their hack. $100. Love them. Joe, that's how I felt. Dead Specimen, TX needs to make their own crack to release as a last resort if the server goes down. I agree, Dead Specimen. That's the way you kind of jump in front of things. Is if someone else is putting something out, you got to get your story out. Put yours in front. Put yours, this is the official, and you know what? We got some additions to it. Now, you guys, this is what you can do to move forward with it. That's how you kind of jump in front of it. But is that the plan? Is there some future plans? I mean, we still got users with chips. Okay. Let me ask, do anybody think we're going to see a Switch Pro? Yeah. Okay. Anybody think we'll see a mod for the Switch Pro? That's a good question. One thing we do know is, based on all the rumors, isn't it based off the Moriko architecture? So, which means there could possibly be a chip developed for it. Correct? That's just my thought. That's me. I might be just going off the rails here. But my thought is, it probably could be way more complicated than that. But my thought, if it's based off the same architecture, we're not going to see any soft mod for it. You guys are not going to see that ever for this system. So it's not going to be like Nintendo Switch where you're going to put a jig on the right side of a Joy-Con. You will not see that with the Switch Pro at all if it's based on the same architecture, because you can't do that currently with the Moriko unit. That makes sense. But will a mod chip come? Who's going to develop the mod chip? Hell, if Team Executor had a first step on that mod chip of developing it, let's just say that. Do you think they're back in the game? Do you think that would be a reason to not release anything? Maybe another chip? There's a lot of possibilities. And that's why I don't rule anything out. So let's go. Overclock. Switch Pro boot ROM will likely have eye patches against BCT glitching. Thank you, Overclock. I would drop them off. I can't do them. I can't. There was a special occasion. I can't just drop them on. Even if they made it free, somebody is going to need to get paid to make a new unlicensed boot. The development team isn't going to stop working. They need to eat too. Yo. My man, now at the same time, I'm sitting here praising Sires like, oh, yes, you're doing this. That man's doing it as a hobby. He likes to do it. Now, I'm going to give you guys a prime example for me and my channel. I hate editing videos. Oh, my God. I hate how much time it takes. I love live streaming. Why do you think the podcast is such a great thing? I can come here. You get these all the time. Videos, you have to edit. There's changes, updates happen. You might have to go back and edit. It's just some of the most tedious shit happens when you're editing. But when you come on live stream, it's a different feel. You're right there, you're talking. I don't have a button where I'm dropping an ad, which Twitch, by the way, I will be dropping ads. But I don't have a button where I can just drop an ad for 2 minutes, which, I want to bring that. But dropping ads and then you get a break, you take a bathroom break. I'm here, I'm live, I'm direct, I'm talking, I am on. That's hard. That's hard for a lot of people to do. And not only that, to be familiar enough with people in the scene, speaking with people, actual people that are in the scene. Okay, let me go to the chat. So Dead Specimen, oh my God, I can only imagine. That's why I don't edit the video I make for Facebook. It takes up way too much time. I hear you, Joe. See, PKG2 glitching might work. IG, but that could be patched via firmware update. Okay, all right. Now see, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That moment when someone thinks Team Executor is a person. Team Executor is a person. It's one guy, and they still don't got him. Okay, it's like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, you know how that was? Bunch of people, they're like, oh, they got this. They're wearing this type of shirt. They wear this. That's him. It's not him. That's not Team Executor. They got the wrong guy. I tried to tell them that. It's a guy. His first name's Team. His last name's Executor. It's on his ID. Birth date and everything. It's Team Executor. February 30th. Okay? Nonetheless, did he just say the not one Executor? That was a quotable, man. I gotta tell you, Comsci, but that's a quotable right there. It's not, JJ, I don't even do those. I told you those are special occasions, man. I had to drop that bomb. It's not one Executor. It's not two Executor. It's Team Executor. Oh my goodness, man. you know what? I think I got to go with space. I got to change my background or something, man. I got to do something big for that. Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't mean to. Do not watch that, okay? Is that good? We good? Okay, cool. I mean, I don't like that. None. I like what I had. I think I was good. I'll leave it right there. We good. I could change. I be in space all the time. That's what I do. I'm out here in space. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But nonetheless, let's see. G the Soldier, I see you. Okay. Scotty! You're a fake imposter admin of someone else's old Discord. Yo, Scotty out here with the smoke. Scotty, you out here with the smoke. Scotty ain't talking, but nonetheless, I'm off of that. I'm not gonna, kill you guys to death with that, but that is my reason for why I do not believe we will see a Team Executor update. It seems like Alchemy's kind of confirming that, and I didn't even have to mention that, but just my common sense is, if I make something and it is copyrighted or either cracked and circumvented and I cannot make $1 off of it, there is no further reason I am driving down this avenue anymore. That is me. Now, if I did it for the love, if I did it just cause, then I'm going to continue doing it for the love. I'm going to do it regardless of how much. I could be a billionaire. It wouldn't even be about the dollar at that point, because I would be doing it if I had $0. That's different. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's drop it to him. Now, see, I ain't trying. Yo, I'm a drop a bomb for Joshua Drake. Man. I'm trying out here. I'm out here. I gotta do it, man. I gotta play devil's advocate. I gotta try to give all aspects to it. Okay. I love Team Executor. Hell, y'all know how much of a fanboy I am. Okay. I'm a damn fanboy. I've been a fanboy since day one. Hell, I could have been making all types of SXOS 11.0.1 videos. Here you go. Here's another. I didn't do it because I represent TX. I love them. Okay. But the truth of the matter is, when I got into this, it was for the information to get out there. I wasn't trying to just hurt anyone. And if I am hurting someone in any form of fashion by putting a video out, I will take that video down. That's kind of been my thing. So if I put out a video and Team Executive goes, hey, that video's kind of we don't want that out there, or we want something taken down, respectfully so, I will take it down. Same thing if Sire said, hey, there's something with the atmosphere that you include in your video, can you take that off? I'll take it down. That's just how I've always been. So I rock with Team Executor. But now it's like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm making $1. Okay? I'm making $1. I need to I don't know. That's just me. But we're going to go ahead. I could talk about that all day. I could talk about that, and I loved it. And I can't wait till y'all call in, and we're going to talk. I want all the smoke. I want the smoke when you call, too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. I'm not going to be talking to everybody to death about that, okay, because I'll be all day. When y'all call in, give me the smoke. Give me the smoke. That's what I like. So, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is getting a 4K HD remastered on June 8th. Yes! Oh, my gosh. Yo, Joshua Drake, he know I'm trying not to. Yo, do you know how hard it is to be in character? Like, do y'all know how it is? That's what I mean by being on a podcast. I could just bust the hell out laughing. I could kick over a cord, unplug the whole thing. You got to be focused. You got to try to look at a chat. You look at donations. You got links here. You got buttons you got to hit. The damn sound doesn't work when you try to hit this. Got my kids in the back doing a lot of stuff. And I'm rocking. Okay. But Final Fantasy VII Advent Children's getting a 4K HD remaster on June 8th. Shout out to The Verge. Okay, nice website, guys. You can go check out that link. All right, but the 2007 CGI spinoff film that dared to ask what if the already incredible, intricate story of Final Fantasy VII was made even more confusing is getting a 4K HD remaster this summer. Now, for those who do not know about this game, Final Fantasy VII. Now, I don't know about the remake. I never played any of the remasters. Did someone say 16K 100? Yo, how far can you zoom in on a pixel? You know what I mean? Like, the last one did look a lot better. I did see pictures of it. I haven't played it. I played through that game. But let me take a moment just to speak and put some respect. Yes, RESPECK. Respect on Final Fantasy VII. The best game ever By the way, do I have any debates? Does anybody want to put something else in the chat? The best game ever. The best. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. Best story. No, best game ever. I mean, it had it all. I can't even say it. It had the best storyline. The gameplay was great. The mini games, hell, you could spend all the time in the world. Okay. Scotty Parker, you know what? Scotty Parker's right. COD beat it. That's all he had to say. That's all. Hey, Scotty, why'd you do that? Why'd you have to come back with that one? Call of Duty won. It's not the best game anymore. Final Fantasy 7 lost. I tried. Scotty Parker's right. You know what I mean? But I remember playing Final Fantasy 7, and I remember playing it on PlayStation, and it had 3 discs. And I just want you new school gamers to know, okay, you digital fanboys, I got my digital copy. Oh, I'm so freaking alive. Well, let me tell you what I had to go through with the damn 3-disc release. I lost the second disc on my first copy of Final Fantasy VII. So you know what the second disc is? Hell, it's the majority of the damn game. So what do you think happens? Oh, damn it. I gotta buy another one. So I buy another one. Okay, bam, I'm in good, and what happens? The third disc is too scratched, so I can't pass a certain part. Oh, God. Well, Nick, just use the other third disc, okay? Well, you know what? That other third disc was so scratched because I didn't even care about the first one. So, oh, my goodness, never could beat it. I was just hurt. Okay. Then something came. Yes, something came, and that was my golden finger. My first mod for the PlayStation, the original one, the golden finger. I slapped that baby in the back of my PlayStation, and I was able to jump ahead of where I was in the game. They had so many amazing things I could do with that thing. Oh, it was so great to be able to jump ahead and just continue and finish and beat my game. Hell, I could even watch the ending without beating the game. That golden finger was amazing. I wish we could just have devices that you could just hook up into your console and do that again. But Final Fantasy VII was the best game until I played BioShock. Okay, and of course, Scotty Parker, Call of Duty is the best game. We know. Just humor me. Okay. I remember BioShock. I remember playing that. I remember the story. I remember everything around it. I remember feeling like I was the character. It's not many games where you can capture you feeling like the character. When you feel like the character, you play a lot longer. Okay, you start becoming invested. How many people played BioShock for the first time and killed the little girl? I don't think many people. I forgot her name. The Little Sisters, is that what it was? How many people killed them at the beginning? I don't think there's many people. You know why? Because that game felt so real that you felt like you were making a conscious decision based on a real life decision. That's how it felt for me. It was no way in hell I was killing them. Why? The point of the game has to be to keep them alive, right? That's what I would do in real life as a little girl. I don't have to kill that little girl. Now, I did play through the second time, and holy man, was I strong as hell after I killed those girls. Whew! I should have been doing that a long time. So, are you saying? I like how you say an entire series of games are the best single game. Yo, that's it, Alchemy. When I say Call of Duty, yes, that does mean every single title. And I'm going to go year by year. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say Call of Duty, Modern Warfare made back on, Xbox 360 is better than. No, I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is every year Call of Duty is better than every game that's ever made. And if you got a game better, then let me know. Because this year Call of Duty is the best game. Okay, I don't see any competition. All right, I mean, Microsoft. Okay, they got their Bethesda lineup. Who cares? You got Call of Duty. You don't even need Bethesda. Who needs, you know what? Apple has not gave a hell. I got Apple. We're going to talk about them in a moment. Apple doesn't even care about Fortnite. You know why? Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. Who cares? We got the best game ever. So let's see that. Which Call of Duty is the best game ever? It can't be all of them. Come on, Alchemy. You can't say that. That's like saying which Michael Jordan team that he won a championship with is the best team ever. They all were great teams. They all were legendary, Alchemy. I'll go ahead and do this, though. I will humor you there. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the best, I mean, to me, because I played the best in it. But Modern Warfare 2 had the best storyline. That's me. Best storyline. So there you go. I gave you that. I can't get no more. And yes, there were some ones I didn't agree with. I didn't agree with, what was that? Advanced whatever, a future soldier, whatever the hell they was crawling around walls. I don't believe in playing, what's that? Like some futuristic type of call. No, I'm not down for that. It's like Minority Report and Call of Duty. I don't mix the two. But that was me. So I have to say Modern Warfare 2. Those would be my top. I'm not even going to even go any further. I could say other ones. Some people say Black Ops and no. Modern Warfare, the original, where the M16 was beast. Okay? The basic gun you started with was all I needed. Every single match. Okay? And then Modern Warfare 2, which had the best storyline, which also the time so many Xbox 360s got banned from using that Team Executor firmware. Ha! See how it all comes around? Huh? See how it all comes around? You remember that? I remember that. I don't think we were on the light touch firmware. We were just using iExtreme, was it? Man, that was so damn long ago. I am so damn old. But nonetheless, Final Fantasy VII, I got off track. So, okay, we'll get back to it. So, now let's go into Sony and mobile gaming. This will be quick, fast. There's not much we got to say about Sony and mobile gaming because there is not much to say. But Sony is taking a step into the mobile gaming world. I think this may have already been done for a while. Not a big Sony fan, guys, so please excuse me. I'm a Microsoft fanboy, and Microsoft fanboys can't like Sony. We just can't. Okay? That is like the Walgreens guy shaking hands with the CVS guy. Have you ever seen that? Have you seen the FedEx guy stop and pull over his truck and go to the UPS guy and shake his hand? You never seen that. You never seen that. You don't see Rock Bottom, okay, going over to Chili's and saying, hey guys, let's mix our damn, no, don't work like that. You gotta hate. I hate proudly. So I hate Sony. They're great. They got great games. God of War 3 was one of my most beautiful titles I've seen. Okay, I remember seeing that for the first time. But Sony, I don't think you're doing it with this mobile gaming. So we're going to go ahead and cover quick, fast. Mobile gaming, Sony, I think you're bugging, okay? I really think you're bugging. Shout out to Eurogamer for the article. All right, but Sony is plotting a big push into mobile gaming with the biggest PlayStation games key to the effort. Okay? The biggest ones. Now, I'm just going to go through these titles because I can go ahead and we can talk about that all day. But Sony already has a mobile publishing label called PlayStation Mobile, which I didn't know about. Has published the likes of the PlayStation app, the PlayStation Remote Play app, Endless Runner, Run Sackboy Run. Okay, all right, talk to me. Top-down puzzle, Uncharted Fortune Hunter. Okay, Sony. AR app, God of War. Oh, God of War in my house. Oh, Kratos. Oh. And then you got a handful of PlayStation 4 PlayLink titles, such as Supermassive's Hidden Agenda and Flavorworks Erica. Now, I don't know anything about any of them. I don't. My fault. I just been so far away from Sony for so long. That's what happens when you're a fanboy. You don't even look at the other side. You don't see if it's green over there. Why care? It can be burnt over here. I'm staying over here. It's better burnt than to be over there in that green grass. Watch what's going to happen. That's the way I am. So these games, I really don't think it's a big deal. I don't even know if Sony's making the right move stepping into mobile. Who thinks Sony is doing the right thing by going into mobile? That's the question. Who thinks that? Who thinks that Sony is going to do a good job in the mobile market? Now, mobile market's a big business. I don't want to talk about it like mobile is like, oh, it's mobile market. If I don't know if it's making more than a console market. Could be. It's that big. I mean, serious. Think of Pokemon Go. Okay. Let me think. Candy Crush, another one. PUBG. Oh, we talked about PUBG. All the people being banned. Roblox. Oh, Roblox. I told you guys how hundreds of dollars was charged to my card from my daughter. Okay, on Roblox. They just let them go through. They don't even care. They don't even ask. Okay, Roblox go, okay, yes. And then you call them and say, hey, I didn't want to do that. They say, oh, we can refund you. Absolutely. Up to 2 times. And we already refunded you for the $199 purchase instead of the $99. Have a great day, sir. That's what they would do. Okay, that's what they would do. But I will say this all comes on the verge of Sony having major news being broke against them. Dun, 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 dun. So the reason I wanted to go over that about the mobile market is because I didn't think it was a good idea. That's me. Mobile market is swamped right now. One of my favorite games, you guys probably see me playing on Twitch, is Clash Royale. Shout out all my Clash Royale players. If you play Clash Royale, please just go ahead and follow my Twitch now. We can get it on. You know, you can join my clan. We can get a match going. I'm gonna beat you. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm going to beat you. It's not many games. That and Call of Duty. Those are probably the only 2 games I would just automatically say I'm going to beat you. But other than that, okay, I'm a beast at Clash Royale. I'm gonna be at the 6,000 range, and if you see, I'm almost ranked in the top 1,000 players in this game. So I'm not a scrub by any means. Okay, I'm a grown old ass man that loves Clash Royale. So I don't think Sony's gonna jump. It ain't no game that Sony can put out that's gonna make me stop playing Clash Royale. And guess what? The Clash Royale team, Supercell, yes, guess what they're doing? They're developing 3 games off of the Clash Royale universe. What do you think my dumb, spoiled, follow the fanboyism I have? What do you think I'm gonna do? Yes, I'm gonna download every one of those games and I'm gonna try them out. So they're not Sony games. Sony, this is crazy. Miguel, you top 10. I seen you, Miguel. I seen you, Miguel. No, I'm gonna challenge you, Miguel. Oh, I'm gonna tear you up, Miguel. That's it. It's all, Miguel. Drop a bomb for myself. I drop one for myself because I'm gonna tear you up. I can't wait. I see you on there. You're on my Facebook page, I believe. If you're not, find me on Facebook and friend me, Miguel. It's done for you. It's over. You're done. Capiche? It's gonna be live on Twitch. I'm gonna make sure. Sorry, Miguel. I appreciate you tuning in, man. I thank you so much, too, because you could be anywhere in the world. You're right here with me. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Miguel for that one. But all my folks, if you love Clash Royale or you love any mobile game, then you know Sony coming into there is probably not a smart decision. It's probably not something that you would like. It's not many Sony titles now. Joe, shout out to Joe. He mentioned Uncharted earlier, which Uncharted I hear many people saying, you know, I have heard of people saying that's one of the greatest games of all times. I've heard of people saying that with Last of Us. I heard that Sony has the ability to create these amazing storylines in these titles. I will give them that. As much as I'm a hater, I have to give them that. But let's be honest. That mobile market is different. Now you hear Joshua Drake, Switch is a mobile game. Talk to him. He's actually got a point. Because Sony, you're stepping into that too. There's people who have a Switch who don't even want to be part of that mobile market. They go, yo, I'm good. All the mobile games that I want are on the Switch online service. There's no reason I have to step into that Google store. Or I have to step into that Apple store. I don't have to step into any of those stores. I could just, no. So it's interesting to find out how that's going to be. But let's talk about where Sony has screwed up. I believe Sony has made a huge mistake here. I believe this is the mistake that will make Sony be like, I can't say that because that's what other people said. And I don't talk about, you know, Microsoft like that. But people said Microsoft last gen wasn't all that. I think Sony is going to be that same way this generation. That's my guess. I think Sony's going to be that same way this generation. I don't think it's going to be any different. And I'm going to go ahead and cover a lot of that. I'm going to tell you why. This is not just something I'm coming up with straight out of my ass. Okay, mobile games suck. Alchemy game, and that's it. Clash Royale, download it right now. Google Play Store. It's on, Alchemy. It's on. Okay, a Call of Duty. Go download Warzone right now. Meet me there at one of the buildings somewhere. We got it. It's on. We'll do it. We'll stream, snipe, and all that. We can do everything. Okay, so regardless, let's go ahead and pull it up on screen of why I think that. Now, before I pull this up on screen, shout out to, what is it, NeoGAF, the gaming forums. Okay, but shout out to them. Okay, I'm not even logged in. I do have an account. Okay, so Jason Schreier, Sony's obsession with blockbusters is stirring unrest with PlayStation Empire. Now, Jason Schreier, damn it, Dead Specimen. You know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Dead Specimen. You know what? You love mobile games. That's what it is. You really love them. Okay? You really love them. That's what it is. You love them. You're just trying to get me there. You love them. I see you on there. Matter of fact, I'm going to stay off there. So, Jason Schreier, okay? He is, and I hope I'm correct on this, guys. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I believe he is like a journalist in the video game industry. So he's like a reporter. He actually covers a lot of things in the scene with these different gaming companies. And he's pretty much finding out things that we wouldn't know typically, and he gets real down to his investigative brain, and he finds out all the ins and outs. So Jason is a person who actually put this out on Twitter. He said, in 2018, a small team of PlayStation developers tried to build their own studio to remake The Last of Us. Today, the game still exists, but the studio doesn't. As we enter the PS5 era, Sony is avoiding risk and prioritizing its biggest teams. That's his story. Now, he also goes on by saying Sony's prioritization of the biggest games and studios has created ripple effects all across the organization. For example, over the last year, Sony's Bend Studio, once seen as a rising star, has been assigned to support Naughty Dog and feared becoming Naughty Dog North. Damn. So, this fixation on teams that churn out hits is creating unrest across Sony's portfolio of game studios. Oregon-based Sony Bend, best known for 2019 open world action game Days Gone, okay, which is very popular, by the way, tried unsuccessfully to pitch a sequel that year. So they tried to pitch it, didn't go. Sony guys was like, nah, you can kick rocks. Okay, so according to people familiar with the proposal, although the first game had been profitable, its development had been lengthy and critical reception was mixed, so a Days Gone 2 wasn't seen as a viable option. Now, it's sad when those games have those mixed reviews because those are typically the games that go on and have like a staple audience, which is very funny. A lot of those mid-market games tend out years down the line to be such a hit. I'm just saying, okay? Instead, one team at the studio was assigned to help Naughty Dog with the multiplayer game, while a second group was assigned to work in a new Uncharted game with supervision from Naughty Dog. So not only did one have to go help Naughty Dog, another one had to be supervised by Naughty Dog. So what do you think that is? Naughty Dog is your damn boss. Yes, it is. Some staff, including top leads, were unhappy with this arrangement and left. Ben's developers feared they might be absorbed into Naughty Dog, and the studio's leadership asked to be taken off the Uncharted project. They got their wish last month, and now they're working on a new game of their own. Damn! Yo, we gonna get back to more, but damn! Yo, imagine working for someone as major as Sony, Microsoft, and being a small developer. You coming out with a game, your game is successful, you're profitable, which means you're able to make revenue. You help the company make revenue. It's a lot of games that cannot do that. Let me repeat. It's a lot of games that cannot do that. I don't think people understand how many games get developed and do not become profitable. So when a game becomes profitable, it is a major deal. This is a small developer that Sony just, how can I say it? I don't want to say they did them, terrible like that, because they did continue working. It's, pandemic. There's people who are not working. So I want to say they did have a job. But imagine being absorbed to another development company that you probably weren't very fond of. Yes, let's say, hey, I worked at Best Buy, and now, they're telling me I got to go work at Circuit City, but I know Circuit City is going down the drain. You get what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm getting paid more at Circuit City, but I know what's happening. It's not a good place. It's not. So this is how a lot of people are feeling. Now, in the chat, let me see if I missed anything. I watched you. Wait, I like what you were watching last. Alchemy, you are crazy. A remake of a remake is called an HD texture pack. Yo, so that Final Fantasy VII is going to have one hell of a HD texture pack. All right, so Sony can take a lot from Microsoft in handling its old IPs. Drop up. Look how they doing. Look, I want to go in depth on that, Jesse. Let's talk deep on that. Let's talk deep on that. Okay? Let's talk deep. Halo ain't even dropped with a title in how long? But everybody still feels like Halo is the ish. You ask anybody, when Halo drop, it's going to shut down the world. That's just the way. It's like StarCraft was. It's just certain games have this aura, and it's how you treat that game. I mean, we seen Sonic get ran through the damn ringer. Sonic's been up, down, he's been drained and snorted. Sonic did every drug, every rehab program that came back, been every type of millionaire and everything. Sonic has been drugged through the ringer, but Sonic's still around because of the time that Sonic was around. Sonic was to try that now, Sonic would have been forgotten about. Sonic would not be out another day. I don't hear people talk about Jack and Daxter all the time. I just don't. I love Jack and Daxter. Favorite series, hell. I love Time Splitters. I don't hear people saying I need to play Time Splitters. I don't hear that. I don't hear that at all. But I love Time Splitters. So, some franchises get handled differently. Halo they handle Halo like Nike handles the Jordans. That's how they handle Halo. You know, I actually work for Nike. You guys want to know what they do in there? Let me take a sip of this cup. Oh my God. This is a true story. Way back in the day, I worked at a warehouse at Nike, and I will not kid you. I know Jordan has a part of Nike and all that. You go to that warehouse. It's huge. And guess what? In the middle of it all is a whole caged area, probably like its own warehouse, and Michael Jordan has that. Everyone has to check in and check out whoever goes in there. Hell, you can walk by anybody else's shoes like it ain't nothing. You can kick somebody's shoes and keep going. Try to kick a pair of Jordans. Watch what happened. So I do agree on that. I do agree. Now, the reason PS1 and 2 were so great was because there was more space for experimentation, and as a result, their libraries has everything. Current Sony doesn't feel that way anymore. Y'all preaching right now. I feel the same way, and I want to let you guys know, I think I made the right job by leaving ship of Sony a long time ago. Now, I was down. Okay, this was at a time when people was rocking with the PlayStation 3, and I wasn't. And I remember playing God of War on the PlayStation 3. It changed my mind. I actually thought at that moment that the PlayStation 3 just looks head over heels better than Xbox 360. That was just me. But the Xbox 360 had something for me. Maybe it was just because I'm a fanboy. That's I'm gonna keep it honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a damn fanboy. But PlayStation has changed. I want to almost agree. Maybe it's something they've done with the games, because God of War, I can't tell you about anything about God of War. Okay, I can't tell you. I remember playing Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Do you know how much that title meant to me? To watch him just get slappy little crappy remakes. That first title was everything to me. Being captured by some damn people. They were slaves, man. Come on. The whole story was great. They were enslaved, and they had the nerve to put humor on it. It was a beautiful game that I seen got thrown all over the place. You know, many titles. Duke Nukem, another one. Duke Nukem, great game back then. Then they made a spoof of it. A lot of these games that were staples back then, I think if you don't handle it right, it will be crap later on. Halo is a title that every single time it has come out, they have done it right. Gears of War is another one, and I will agree, Microsoft has this way, and they haven't been having a lot of first-party titles come out, and that's kind of been a problem with Microsoft now, is the game selection. A lot of people are complaining Microsoft doesn't have the collection, and that's why the Bethesda agreement was so huge for Microsoft, and that's why now you're seeing that list of games grow. You have a lot of one-player games with great stories, which that's what a lot of people are asking for. Sony was the king of stories. I don't know. Nintendo was on it too. Okay. But Sony, oh my gosh. Sony was the king of these deep in thought games. And now Sony is saying pretty much the hell with all the small developers, the hell with everyone who makes these creative titles that no one would think about. We want remakes. We want bigger companies. We want remakes. What do you think they're going to do? They're just going to put everybody to more teams to make remakes. You just heard about Naughty Dog. What game was it? I can't even see. I don't even have it on the screen here. But they got, to work on a game with Naughty Dog. What do you think it was? Oh, come on. Just work with Naughty Dog on this game. It's probably a remake of another game, and a remake and a remake and a remake. They're just going to do that because these remakes are selling. Damn. Okay. Let's go to that Manhunt. Oh, Joe, come on, Joe. That Manhunt was just, I don't even think you can bring that out again. I think it would be worse if you brought it out now. like Manhunt was something bad, man. I remember when Manhunt came out and I was playing it, and I was worried if kids were behind me. Like, it was that. You were breaking glasses shards and just shoving it in people's neck and killing them all. It was about murder. Like, there's games about murder. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of games about murder. But Manhunt was different. I can't even say it. Manhunt was just a different monster. Okay. So what's the new Oddworld? I forgot what the new Oddworld is called. It's called something else, but nonetheless, they have not captured anything that the original captured, so it fails for me. Remember how Xbox was doing poorly before Phil Spencer took over Xbox Studios? He ain't lying. I feel Sony America needs a change of leadership. He might not be lying, because I will say I bought stock in Microsoft. My stock is up. Phil Spencer is doing something. I mean, these agreements, different things. So I don't know. But let's go more in depth. I wasn't finished talking about Sony. Okay. So that wasn't it. Bloomberg. Naughty Dog is apparently working on The Last of Us remake for the PlayStation 5. Oh, there you go. So what do you think they were doing when they were assigned to Naughty Dog? They were going to make a remake. They were not going to develop their own creative title. They were not going to make a remake of their own creative title. You're going to make a remake of our creative title. How about that? Okay, how about that? You like that? Because that's what they were going to do. Okay. Bigger news here is that Sony seems to prioritize big teams with big games above all else, a heavy focus on hits only, it seems. Also, according to Schreier's Bloomberg piece, Days Gone, despite being profitable, will not receive a sequel, possibly due to the production issues and the critical reception. There is also a new Uncharted game in development by Naughty Dog, which a team of Ben Studio had to help with until they feared to get absorbed by Naughty Dog and asked to be taken off the project. They are now working on a new game. No, I don't know if that game is still in development. It was all on paper at Ben. Look, Ben wasn't doing no work. Ben just put that on paper. They're like, look, we're not trying to even do this. And just imagine that. A lot of people have jobs, and you might have things change. You might have your couple of employees you work with change. You might have your manager change. Okay? But imagine having the whole damn company just leave. Okay? So you're working for Circuit City, and everybody say, hey, bro, we're Best Buy now. And you take 20 employees over to Best Buy. Everything's different, man. Their standards are different. The way they handle things is different. The way their leadership is different. The way they innovate is different. Everything's different. So I feel, Ben, that is a terrible thing. I could imagine going to work somewhere where you're just disagreeing with all these different moves and things they're making. So great for them to be able to say, hey, enough is enough. We're going to work on our own game. So shout out to Ben Studios. Keep doing your thing. And other than that, Naughty Dog, keep working on The Last of Us, and, we'll see it. And I have not played The Last of Us. Am I missing out, guys? I haven't played it. I haven't played it at all. Okay. I might be missing out, maybe. Okay, so now, last thing, and you know what? The hell with that. I'm just going to go this real quick because I want to take calls. I've been waiting to hear everybody. Let me go ahead and make sure Skype up. So let's do this. So we're going to first just cover real quick Epic and Apple. Yes, they're still fighting. I'm not going to go ahead and cover all that because this thing gets deep. But I can say is that Epic is now having Apple testify. I believe Apple testifies May 5th on why they would not allow Fortnite to be in the store. This is a difficult battle. I can't even say which side I would be choosing. The reason I state that is because it's a tough way to look at it. It just determines on how you look at it. A lot of people don't like what Apple does with how they hound the store, how they control everything. You can't put this on the store. These type of games can't be in the store. You can't have your own payment system within your own game. Everything has to be handled within our own architecture. And I actually like that because we can say iOS devices have known to have less viruses. That is a fact. That is not fiction. Now, I can say, does that matter because there's more users using PCs? Might have something to do with it, but it's a known fact, and they want to continue doing things their way, so you can't be mad at them. But Epic is like, yo, all we want to do is have our own payment system, bro. But your own payment system does circumvent the Apple Pay system that they have in process now, or in progress now. So you can't do anything about that. But nonetheless, let's go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can get to these calls. Let's set my settings here because last time, you call in, nobody can hear you and all that stuff. So I'm making sure all that's working right now before I even take a call. Now I think that's good. Hold on. Let's see if let me drop my mic down. See, my mic's not working right now. See, that's why good. I check it off. Bam. There we go. Booyah. I'm so with it. See, that's what, I need to keep drinking this. This is what it is. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Holy Lordy. Now my mic's working. Whew. Oh my goodness. NickMoses05 Podcast. Who do I have on the line?
What's up, Nick? It's Joe.
Oh, Joe, my man. Now, Joe, I am so happy you called, man, because this is a day. This is one hell of a day. Atmosphere has dropped 0.19.0. Joe, first, let me ask, because you seem to work with a lot of people, and I heard a lot of people were messaging you about accidentally updating. Are you getting people asking you questions about this version of Atmosphere, or is there anything that you've seen specifically so far since using it?
Oh, definitely. I'm getting people messaging me right now during, the NickMoses05 podcast. I'm like, I'll message you back in a few minutes. Yeah. All day when I was at work, hey, did the Atmosphere 0.19 get fixed? What happened was they released everything. Then about 35 to 45 minutes later, the signature patches came out, and I had everybody messaging me, hey, it's not working, this, that, and the other. And I keep telling everybody, maybe they made a mistake, or they uploaded it and it got corrupt during the upload. And people were trying all this other different stuff. Then somebody messaged me, my friend Paul messaged me and said, hey, they just released another update of the signature patches. So, maybe it was a bad upload. Maybe they had to refix something. That's how it is. And everybody is still running towards the new updates. I'm like, hold on, just wait. Like right now, I'm on 11.0.1 with the build of 0.19.0. I'm not updating for a couple of days and see how everyone reports everything. You just can't run out there and update, especially with Atmosphere,
I agree.
SXOS, that's tight. You know about that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Exactly.
So the problems that people are reporting with Atmosphere is checkpoint isn't working. That's normal because it didn't get updated yet. You got to wait for all those updates to come out because with the keys and the system software, but people are always in a rush to update. Sometimes, the old saying goes, what my dad says, don't fix it if it ain't broken.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. I will say you pretty much hit it to the T with, when these things release, how people are, they try them and they don't really understand. Sometimes bugs happen. Sometimes some things don't work. And I'm glad that you were able to test it and you are helping people out there who have the issue of not being able to load it. But I did hear you say you're not going to that latest firmware. Joe, do you think for anyone or words that you would say to anyone who says, hey, I want to go to the latest firmware? Is there anything you would say to someone that says, hey, I want to go to the latest firmware?
Yeah, I would tell them wait a week because you don't know what's happening. The games work fine. I tested one of the newest games. I mean, it's not really a new game, but the Super Mario. But, Super Mario, that was working on, version 10 on SXOS. Even though it's a newer game, it was working fine on SXOS. You don't know what's going to happen with these newer games, especially with that bad problem. They released the signature patches. It's like, did they even test the signature patches before they released it? Or was it just a copy and paste PKSOS? It's like, oh, here you go. Because what I did first is I'm looking at the change log. I'm like, oh, cool, Atmosphere updated. But wait a minute, signature patches didn't get released. A new Hakakte didn't come out, and, all that other jazz didn't come out. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to use the older patches with the newer Atmosphere and see if that works. And it didn't work. The games were black screens. Then when the signature patches came out, the new update, the first update, same thing, black screen. Then the next patch came out, that worked fine. So it's like, if I was the team and everything, I wouldn't rush anything. Make it work, release it, and everything works fine. Like with SXOS, they were always late with updates, but it was a golden Wonka bar ticket. You got the ticket, and everything was great.
No, you killing it. Now, Joe, let me ask as far, and I'm not sure about this, and I want to see if maybe you can help. But as far as Atmosphere, we've seen Sires working hours. Okay, once Atmosphere is updated, who or do you know what team handles the SIG patches? And does the Sires have anything to do with that? Is this something that someone else works on, or how does that work with the SIG patches?
As far as I know, I might be wrong on this, so don't hold it to me. That guy Sires, I think that's how you pronounce it. He just does the atmosphere, like, the build. He doesn't support piracy or condone piracy. I might be wrong about this, but I think somebody on GBA Temp takes care of the signature patches. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure about that, but it's definitely two different teams that do this.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to get nailed for doing the piracy, but it's kind of like this, emulation's piracy, playing fake games is piracy. The whole thing is piracy. Doesn't matter what you do. If you're not doing piracy, why even bother hack the Switch? What, to run a calculator on it? You
got a point. Now I want to say Alchemy Gaming said, okay, Sires definitely doesn't have anything to do with the SIG patches. And he said, my homie, iTotal Justice. And I'm going to shout out iTotal Justice. I did a video on something iTotal Justice developed. I'm always working on different stuff. But no, that's nice to hear about iTotal Justice. So we do have some word on that. And I agree. The reason I asked that is because, you get this misconception, Joe, and us, we both use SXOS primarily. Okay. You get a lot of people who say, we're the reason that Team Executor is able to stay alive, and we're keeping this scum of the earth here because we're paying for these products and so on. So we're the reason. Okay, that's what we hear a lot. Well, you can get Atmosphere free. But I just want to clarify that Sires is not doing all the extra stuff. Okay, and all that extra stuff, I'm kind of with you, Joe. That is kind of piracy in the same sense. So I don't want to say just because you use Atmosphere doesn't make you 100% in the clear. Am I correct on that?
No, it doesn't. I just bought a 10 terabyte hard drive and it's almost full. So, to each his own. But you know what? It's just kind of like, hey, for instance, with the Xbox 360 going back in the day, I couldn't get the light on drive flashed. I bought the tools. And back in the day, I was kind of new with all this stuff with the Xbox 360. I bought a bootleg probe. It wasn't an official Team Executor probe. I didn't know that. I paid someone and had the thing flashed because you know what? It was worth it. 100% worth it. I couldn't do it, so I'm like, hey, I'm going to pay you. You could spoof the firmware and flash and work your magic. A great guy I met on iOffer. Yep. Sent it in my system. I got it back in a couple days. It was great.
Nice.
If you want quality, you need to pay for it. It's not always going to be free. What if the next Switch gets hacked? If SXOS wants to charge $200 for a key, I'm pre-ordering it because I know they make great software and tools and they deserve all the money.
Hey, that's a good point, Joe. And I always ask myself, like Sires, I mentioned he always states he does it for a hobby, just loves to reverse engineer things. And I always think, if Sires got paid $40 for every time someone downloaded Atmosphere 0.19.0, would that make Sires come out with the next version a little quicker? Do you think it would, Joe? Do you think he'll probably be like, hey, I'm not doing it for the money? Or do you think that $40 per download would probably make him be a little faster next time?
Oh, definitely, because what he can do is this Sires guy, he doesn't enable piracy on his side. So he can charge for it and not get trouble because it's like, hey, it doesn't support piracy. My software doesn't enable piracy. Somebody else enables piracy. It's kind of like, buying a knife, hey, to kill somebody, but I didn't kill anybody. It's it's the person that did. It's not the knife. Don't blame the knife, blame the person. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him. Yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that. So, Joe, SXOS. It's been a dark wow, man. It's been a long time since all this mess happened with members getting arrested. We did get to see an update after that, but it's just been kind of slow motion. Now, I gave my little, theory. Okay, I usually leave the, theories to dead specimen, but that was my theory. My theory was they're not making $1. I don't see any reason, if they're not going to make $1, to continue development on SXOS. Do you think they should still continue development even if revenue may not be there? Or do you think cut the cord, team should work on a new project?
What I think they need to do is they need to come out and say, hey, obviously what's going on behind the scenes. We're going to officially stop SXOS. Just give us some closure. It's kind of like when a girl cheats on you. It's like, are you seeing somebody or are you staying with me? And she's playing, well, I really don't know. I'm not going to answer that question. We need closure. Are you going to continue to support SXOS? Just a yes or a no. We don't care about future projects. We just want to know about SXOS. You know, I remember back in the day, they're talking about the Xbox One hack. You know, it's kind of like, well, what happened to that? You know, don't know too much about that, but I remember that. Reading about that on different forums.
No, and I do remember reading about that somewhere too. And you're right, Joe. I think that probably is the strongest thing. Now, I would play devil's advocate on the. Let's say, Joe, I purposely don't want you to know or give you closure. What if the possibility that I said, hey, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back stronger. If I gave you closure, then that would mean there's no possibility for me to reopen that door. But if I don't give you any closure, if I just don't say nothing and I pop out the blue, it's almost like you're going to say, thank you, this is what I expected. Is there any truth to that, do you think?
Yes, there is, because if you think about Batman, for instance, you know, he plays the both. He plays the villain and the hero. He needs Gotham to be whatever Gotham needs Batman to be is what he'll be. Same thing with Team Executor. What they need to do right now is just lay low and let this shit blow by them and just, you know, do stuff in secrecy and whatever else they're doing. You know, it's kind of, they just need to do what their own thing right now and not worry about little Timmy needs to play the new Mario. They just need to get back together, you know, and let them cool down so they can, you know, focus on future projects. This is how they're looking at it as, well, people have atmosphere to use for the time being, and the old school diehards are not updating their Switch. That's why I bought another Switch just for atmosphere.
Yeah, you're right, because I got more than one Switch too, and it's kind of been the same thing. You're right. If you're diehard, you're hardcore, you just go, hey, I'll get another one. You know, it's like you're paying the money for it, but at the same time, Nintendo's making money. You're enjoying systems. I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Now, you know what makes no sense to me, and I can't figure this out? This is why I think with the SXOS got hacked and cracked was an inside job, because here's the deal. The guy that makes his signature patches, he supports piracy, and I love him to death for it. Why not enable raw XCI loading? You know? That's why I think the SXOS that got cracked was an inside job.
And you know what? I wonder that too, and you're right. You have some people saying that and I'm not sure the specifics on it. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's something along the lines of the XCI loader they're stating was code directly from Nintendo source code or something like that. And
it was pulled off their firmware.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what would make it illegal. And I think that's it. So I think that's the only part of that makes it. Now, I agree with you. The SIG patches, it allows you to play backups, but those backups are not direct images of carts. So it's a fine line. I'm with you, Joe. I'm kind of, I'm with you. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, okay?
Yeah, because
tomato.
It makes no sense, because back in the day, I have old XCI files, and they work fine with Nintendo with the atmosphere. So it's kind of stupid. It's like, you can't set a fire, but it's okay to light a match. It's the same thing. It's just a different flavor. I don't want chocolate ice cream. I want vanilla. But it's the same thing. It's ice cream. It doesn't matter.
All right. So Joe, Sony, you're a guy that has that Sony PlayStation 5. I know you busted out. You've been playing it. You got a PlayStation 4, modded. You've been a strong rider of Sony. You've been there a while. Is Sony different now compared to a couple years ago? Is it the same, or what do you see for Sony to come in the future?
I don't see anything good coming from them. They pulled out all their old titles. No more PS3, no more PSP, and no more PS Vita. That guy, I forget the CEO's name, some jackass. Oh, people don't want to play retro games. Not everybody wants to play retro games, but look what Microsoft's doing. They're bringing back Xbox, the original Xbox games. They're doing the Xbox 360 compatibility mode in the Series, I believe. They're also bringing back Xbox One to the Series X, I believe. They're revisiting their old catalog. And Sony's like, oh, we don't care. Here, buy another remake. How many remakes are we going to get? I love The Last of Us. Great game. I felt really involved, in being a character. But we're going to get a remake for a remake for a remake? We're not going to keep buying the same crap. We're pirating the same crap.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, man. I'm remaked out. Me myself, I haven't been one to I'm not super big on remakes. I never have. The one remake that I probably made a big deal over was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That was one when it was being remade. And not really for the fact that I was going to have some wonderful HD graphics. It was just the fact that I got to relive and have more people play Modern Warfare again. So for me, it wasn't more of the graphics, everything. But now you got so many people coming into these games as if they're going to be brand new experiences. And then they get disappointed when they find out it's the same game except enhanced. And then you get the same complaint. I never played any
remakes. Because, with not having any time, why would I want to waste, let's say, 30 or 40 hours on a remake when I can play a newer game, which I haven't played before, and I can invest that time into it? Only little Bobby can, play a remake because he's at home wearing a face mask in front of the TV all day. I don't have time for that. That's the deal. Because you know what, Nick? They're running out of ideas. They're getting lazy and they're getting sloppy. Oh, just make another Last of Us Part 1. Instead of making remakes, why don't they make prequels? The Last of Us Part 0, or Call of Duty 0.
Nice.
And I can't stand this because we're going to be paying $70 for a game with DLC and microtransactions. Are the games going to cost us $150 that are broken and with no patches in it, like Cyber Glitch?
Kicking it. Joe, yeah, you speaking facts now. Now, Joe, it's that time, man. Before I let you go, my dude, any last words you got to say before you are out?
Give it a week. Stay on 11.0.1. The cracked SXOS is working. I would tell you support SXOS and buy a key like me and Nick did and other people, but we can't. Like and subscribe, NickMoses05, and check out the Facebook page for a lot of hacking videos and other cool information.
My man, Joe, I'm going to holler at you as always, my brother. I'm going to take it easy.
All right, I'll talk later, Nick.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
All right, here we go. Let's see. I got the other one. I hope I didn't miss it. I was trying to get the call before it came. NickMoses05 Podcast. Who do I have on the line?
Holla at your boy.
I had to drop a bomb for you. I already know who it is. Hey, you know what? I'm going to drop another bomb. My man Steiner just donated 99 cents. Oh, my goodness. It's going down. My man, Becoming Undone. How are you doing today?
Oh, man, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day.
Wonderful day. Now, you were one that accidentally updated that Nintendo Switch. You were down and out, so couldn't do much. Have you tried this new Atmosphere release yet?
No, because I was the wise one and said I'm going to give it a couple of days, because I've seen where G.I. Joe has kind of, gave that wise advice before and said, hey, hold up a little bit. Make sure everything's in the good. They don't have to switch no files out or anything like that, or drop an update on what's already there or whatever. So, like they did today with Sig Patches. So, I'll probably get it all downloaded tomorrow, hook it up, briefly use it just to kind of downgrade and get back to my SX.
Get back to your SX. I heard it. So I'm just going to jump right into it. What do you think we're going to see in the future for SXOS? Now, I did mention that, theory I gave about not being able to make any money to continue working on something you're not making money for. Do you think we'll see an SXOS update, or do you think it is over?
Well, I'm hoping, and I would love to bet on an update, something that would kill the cracks. But, I mean, I don't know all the in and outs of all the coding to know, what the crack has and if it's going to have access to further updates for Team X or not, Because, I'm representing. I'm going to be representing to the day they just finally shut down, and then they're going to have to shut me up then. Because I like the ease of access. I'm not going to lie. Atmosphere, I mean, it's not terribly tough, but you know, it's the ease of access. I mean, we dealing with some of the features that's kind of, I don't know. I want a quarterback like Dan Marino can get it out in 2 or 3 seconds. You know, that's why Tom Brady's so successful. He's been able to get that ball out. You know, I'm going to use some things people can, you know, kind of identify with. Compared, you got these quarterbacks, you know, they kind of run around, and I feel bad for Mahomes, but they had him running around like crazy. He was holding on to that ball for like minutes there, you know, and that's why they lost that Super Bowl. And I'm a Chiefs fan and a Mahomes supporter, but you know, if they can't make no money, I'm kind of with you, you know. There, I hate to see it do it, but I'm hoping there's some way they can kind of disable the crack, or if the crack people, you know, if they got their number, they'll probably disable the next update. Let's see. I would like to see them show the haters.
So now I'm glad that you said that, because that lets people know, okay, where you stand. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. So let's just say SXOS, you know, it's beautiful. You're right. The XCI loading. I'm one that I love being able to take my hard drive, just plug it into the dock, and everything pops up. Beautiful. You're right. Easy. You go click it, pops up. You can play it. You don't even have to worry about nothing. Done. Over with. You don't have to go through installing things, worry about space, and so good. But what if Atmosphere has an application? Because we're hearing about this Starlink. What if they develop an application that allows you to be able to access your Nintendo Switch from the PC, to where you could send files to it back and forth. You can be able to do a bunch of different things, whereas installing files and a lot of things can be streamlined from this application. Would that change your mind on using SXOS over Atmosphere?
Probably not. I mean, I might use it as an alternative if it goes down, but I doubt. I mean, that's going to be a long way to go. I mean, just because loyalty. Like I said, once they go down, they're probably going to have to shut me up afterwards.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I can't lie. I've been representing Team. Like, I knew when Team Executor first came out, SXOS, it was like, Team Executor developed SXOS. I said, I'm getting it. I didn't even have to ask any questions. I didn't even care when it was coming out. I know I was part of that first batch, because the moment I heard it, I went and pre-ordered. Okay, I was just like a straight up fanboy. I was making videos before it even came out, talking about what it can do and how it's just, and really because of Team Executor. If I didn't know Team Executor beforehand, I probably wouldn't been like that. So I'm with you. I represent TX. But I must say, I've been a user of Atmosphere. There's certain things. I got 2 different switches, one with Atmosphere and one with SXOS. There have been certain times I pick up the Atmosphere one. Have you tried Atmosphere for a period of time, or have you been, like you said, loyalty? I ain't trying that garbage.
If I didn't have to touch it this time, I wouldn't soil my hands with it. FX is royalty, man. Royalty.
So now I'm going to ask you about Sony, man. I've been a hater of Sony just naturally. I can't even really say that it's, I can't even really say it's justified. It's just like, hey, like you mentioned about the Tom Brady thing. You got some people that Tom Brady's a GOAT, hands down, can't say nothing. You know what? I think everybody knows he's a GOAT, but you got some people who just say, I hate the GOAT, and you got some people who love the GOAT. Okay, and I think this is one of those scenarios. Okay, so for you, SXOS is definitely the GOAT. Can you see anything? Is there anything Atmosphere can do for you to be that GOAT?
It's tough, but there actually is one thing they can do. There's actually one thing they can do. They can, hold on, man. That's my little brother. They can let the FBI know that Dead Specimen is not part of Team X, because we found the real members. And they can pay for the rest of his college tuition. That's what they could do.
Beautiful.
Because there ain't a damn day that I am on this earth that I'd ever take Atmosphere over T-Max. I'm just doing this one time, and that's it.
So,
Learned my lesson.
Now with Sony, is Sony more your cup of tea, or have you really not been a fan of Sony?
Oh, yeah, I got the PS5, so it's been a little bit of a struggle, though, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the games, still just waiting for some of the content.
So,
I actually waited.
like you mentioned, it's been a bit of a struggle. Do you see this generation of gaming for Sony being worst out of the console wars, or do you see Sony just bouncing back and making everybody feel dumb that they even questioned what Sony's doing in the future?
I think they'll bounce back because when your pocketbook hurts, you're going to find a way to make it fat again.
I'm with you on that because, well, you're right. Once your pockets get a little slim, you start listening. You go, okay, well, you know what? We got to make revenue. You start doing things differently. This has been something that was pushed, from people who were like journalists through Sony and different things Sony doing. Do you think Sony dropping these little small developers or either taking them and blending them in with these bigger teams, do you think that's smarter nowadays to just push out that big major game that you're guaranteed to make your dollars? Or do you think that you need those small developers to put those risks out there, and if it takes longer to make those AAA games, then they got to wait? You need those small developers. What you think?
I think they should do the latter, man, because you know what? You need to take a little bit of time and invest in that AAA game, and you also need that risk, because you know what? You may have something, and I'm going to use this just because I read an article the other day. It only took $1,000 to buy the rights to Napoleon Dynamite. It only took $400,000 to film the whole movie, and that brought in, $80 million over the lifetime of the movie. So, those little small risks can pay off big time. Look at Valheim. I mean, this is in still early access, and it's making some money.
It is. It definitely
But polish up those AAA games, man. We want some nice Call of Duties. We want some nice Halos. We want some nice this and that. I mean, we don't want stuff that's incomplete. We don't want to do like G.I. Joe's telling us, hey, paying $150, $200 for games that are broken. And he left a 404 off, so I'm letting them know. Cyber Glitch 404, baby. I got your back, Joe.
Oh, Cyber Glitch 404, man. And I still have I still been hearing issues with that game. Hey, it's so funny. You're right. They put out a game that's still having glitch issues after all this time, after all these updates. I'm still seeing major glitch problems, and I'm with you on that. You do have a risk if you don't spend enough time on these AAA games, because you end up with a 404 cyber glitch, okay? So you might need to put more people on for time, but you're right. That risk of having those small-time developers create a game that, might take not too much time, but, doesn't cost too much money, and you can make so much off of it. I do think, like you mentioned, Napoleon Dynamite, 400,000, being able to turn that to 80 million is the type of things that can happen from small development companies making these games that are typically supposed to be a regular game, and they wind up being these AAA masterpieces. So no, I agree with you on that. Now, I'm going to ask you about Epic and Apple. I'm sure you heard about this. Fortnite can't put their game on Apple Store, and Apple been in this game a while. They're not new to it. Okay, Epic might be new to it, but Apple's not new to it. And they're right now in court still fighting. This has been months, still fighting to get Fortnite on the Apple Game Store. Do you think that Apple should let Fortnite put their game on the store and just take a little bit less revenue and let Epic Games make the majority of that revenue? Or do you think Apple needs to control that? And those transaction fees need to all go through Apple. What do you think on that?
We'll use a question to help answer that question. Whose store is it that we trying to fuss about all this on?
It's Apple Store. Everybody complains
That's
about
right.
Apple
The
Store.
question is whose store? It's their damn store. They'll do what they want. They straight up gangster. They G's. So how's Epic going to tell them what to do with their stuff, with their IP, with their store?
Oh man, I'm
They
with you.
gangster.
I'm with you on that. That is, Apple is definitely gangster. They are so gangster. I think Apple were the same ones that told the government, "I'm not unlocking that phone." Okay, I don't know what you're coming to me for. Okay, that's why my security
They
like
Tony
that.
Stark their asses. That's what happened.
So I'm with you. Apple's very gangster in their moves, and this is one where they quickly. I remember the day Epic implemented that new payment system. Apple said, right off the store. Said, bow. Day of, said, you going off the store. We're not having that. And they're still fighting. And I'm with you. It is their store. They do have the right to handle it any way they want to. Their complaint is that they don't want to take a chance of maybe some virus getting through or somebody maybe hacking the system. There's other things that they have to, they don't have any control over. If the payment's being handled through Epic, they don't have control over Epic's payment system. They don't have any control if someone, infiltrates it. They don't have anything over that. So that is their concern, and you're right. But Epic is saying, nobody else has a problem with it. We got Fortnite. You can probably pay Fortnite on a damn Tamagotchi somewhere right now. Okay, you can probably fire up a Tamagotchi and there you go. A default pops up. Fortnite is on everything. Apple is the only store that does not have it on there. Do you think that should make Apple have a little leniency? Or do you think, hell no, they going to remain gangster?
No, they going to be G'd up to the end, man, because here's the thing. The thing about it is you don't have a Tamagotchi tablet store and this and that. I mean, all that is covered under Google Play with them Android tablets and shit. Apple, they bought their market out. Their Android has their tablets. Apple has their Apple phones, their Apple iPads and stuff like that. So, hey, they got their conglomerate. They trying to protect their IP, and they straight up gangster. They ain't going to let in.
I'm with you. They're gangster. I don't think they're budging any bit. I know May 5th, they have to testify and give their whole reasoning onto why, they don't allow it on the store. And I'm sure Apple probably has a 160-page document of how secure, their app store is and all that. So it's going to drag out in court for a while. If you had to be the judge in this case, who do you see winning this case?
I see Apple because straight up, Apple go pull Tony Stark on them and say, hey, nah, you ain't getting my info. And then number two, Apple done been infiltrated one time with the Cydia and all these jailbreaks that's been happening. So they, like you said, they trying to protect the info. They ain't trying to have no more jailbreaks, no more tethered jailbreaks, no more hacks and crap like that happen. So they got straight up, they got all the stuff to prove they don't want that stuff to happen. So, yeah, they go start them.
Killed him. Now, my man be coming undone as always. You rocked out. Any last words you got to say before you're out, my dude?
Everybody like and subscribe for Nick Mo. Bring in your lunch money, your welfare check, your tithes, and any of that stimmy.
Stimmies! Yo, my man, is always, I'ma holla at you, my dude.
All right, later.
Now, I got more calls coming in, but unfortunately, I got a hard stop tonight. No! Don't worry, I see the calls I missed. Okay, I will get you in first next time. Okay, just call back. Okay, I will get you in, but I have a hard stop. I am doing it alone today. Don't got my producer on staff. Okay, so I got my daughter back here, as you guys can see. My daughter's back here. She needs some food and all types of things, so I got to roll. But other than Nick, please just Yo, Dead Specimen, man. You know what? The hell, Dead Specimen, you did it. Damn it, Dead Specimen, you did it. You did it. Okay. I was supposed to get off, and I'm just gonna take this last one. I'm gonna take this last one, Dead Specimen, because you always have great stuff to say. My daughter is fine right now. Okay, she's good right now, and I'm very curious. I'm very curious to hear what you got to say. So first, Dead Specimen, how are you doing today?
I am fine. My arm is finally recovered after getting vaccinated, so that's nice.
Nice. Okay. So for everyone out there, for the vaccination, did you do the one? I think there's two of them. There's one you take one shot, I believe, and there's another you take two, I believe.
Yeah, I got the Pfizer, so.
Okay. All right. Now the Pfizer is the one that's the one shot, correct?
No, that's the two shot.
That's the two shot.
Yeah, at least in America, there's Pfizer and Moderna, which are the two shots, and then there's Johnson & Johnson, which is the one shot.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, the one shot. Okay. Nonetheless, I still have not got it yet. I do plan on getting vaccinated. How I feel about it, I feel like tinfoil hat man. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. All right, I don't know. I just feel like tinfoil hat man. I don't know what might happen. I might I don't know.
I'm known as a conspiracy theorist, and if the conspiracy theorist was willing to get vaccinated, you should be fine.
You know what? You're right. I got to give you that one. If you were willing, and you, I will say, have been far-fetched on some things. You've been right on some, but far-fetched. If you were willing to do it, you're right. I'm going to stop even worrying about it. So I'm glad I got you, because now we are going to talk. And one, Alchemy Gaming, that interview you're going to have, and I'm actually going, you know what, Alchemy, I'm going to talk to you upside nonetheless. I'm not getting off Dead Specimen, because I'm about to, I need to, I know, and that's why we're gonna get there. Okay, we're going to get there. But Dead Specimen, I'm going to ask you first. You've been one that have been, I'm going to let everyone know, you've been on Team Executor for previous things, okay? They haven't been so clear on certain things, and you questioned them. That was it. It wasn't like you said anything, but you questioned. You wonder.
Hey, Alchemy, my username on Twitch was Dr. Specimen. Thank you very much. Anyways, continue.
Yo, Alchemy's so hilarious. It's qualified to get medical advice. So, I will say that you've been very critical of them. At this time, one of the things I mentioned is about revenue. Do you think, and I know you've asked this before, you've been asked it before, but do you think now that we've seen the new firmware come out, we've seen 12, this is now the big change of firmware, there's a lot of changes in this one, and we have Atmosphere already updated, will we see an SXOS update? What do you think?
I don't know. Not because of the crack, though, because right now the way that I see things is that people who paid for SXOS effectively paid for a service, and part of that service is update attempts. And so, yeah, they're probably not going to be able to help people who are on future firmware versions. But quite frankly, wait, why did I say that? I don't know why I said that. They're not going to be able to help people. Wow, my brain just completely fucking imploded. Let's try this again. Basically, yes, there's going to be people cracking it, and they're going to end up helping those people if they make updates. But the thing is, they're not making money anyways. No one is actually able to buy their shit right now. And so, theoretically, if they update, it's not like they're saying, like, hey guys, guess what? You can pirate our software and, which you definitely can buy right now and use it on your latest firmware, because we're just that nice to you. No, it's that they kind of are obligated to, because we paid for this shit, and if we had just paid for it, like we had just gotten an SX core, and then it's like, oh, no more updates, that's kind of a bad look, and it's going to make people a lot less willing to actually fucking. God, Alchemy, you are very good at distracting me, because you've done that about 3 times now, so thanks. You get my point.
I totally get your point. And for me, I will say I agree. I don't, just for me, it is kind of weary. On one side, I go, you know what? There's someone who's working for $1 and they're not getting $1. Then there's the other side of me that kind of says, what you said. There's no SX OS licenses being floating around. I don't know. There might be some SX Pros floating around, but you don't have them really making any revenue right now, which rightfully so. I mean, the government's chasing them down every damn rabbit hole. So I understand. You got to stop money flow. Okay, that's the first thing. Stop money flow. Any money flowing, cut it off right now. But there is the possibility that if SXOS is not cracked, that they could still make revenue from it. It might be more enticing to work on it. The revenue
also said this earlier, that guess what? Whenever a Switch firmware gets quote-unquote cracked, guess what Nintendo does? They update it, and they change whatever shit they need to change around to effectively uncrack it. Guess what? TX can do the exact same thing. So they could release an update and, literally the cracks a Python script. They literally have to do zero work to get access to what the thing does. So all they have to do is change whatever hell, they might not even need to intentionally change anything. Maybe just them updating the code automatically breaks whatever the code is. This crack is going to need to be continuously updated in order for it to be viable. They literally could release a update right now that probably just changes 1 byte of the boot.dat, and for all we know, that breaks the crack. There you go. It probably isn't that difficult.
And that's a good theory. I wonder. So let me ask you this, Bestman. You're great with your theories and what you think. So a lot of, and one thing we're not going to go over is the whole stolen code. Okay, that's something we've been over a million times. But I will say, looking at Sires on Twitch, there's a lot of things that have to be changed. A lot of ambiguous things. So it's just things left open, and if you don't change them, it could cause errors or failures here. So it is almost like it's rewritten to a sense. Do you think that there's someone on Team Executor side that does the exact same thing? Or do you think that Team Executor is partially kind of working in joint with others as far as that code? I hope I'm wording that right without trying to get into a whole stealing code, because I don't believe it's stealing code at all.
Do you think that one person is inside the group that works on it, or do you think that there's a guy who partners, God forbid, some guy partners with Sires?
Sires is really the one, you know what I mean? Yeah, no.
Sires is Gary. Oh, because he's in France. Sires is secretly Max.
Yo, hey, you know what? That would be hilarious. And I will say, Sires seems cool. Just listening seems like, it does seem like a hobby. Very interested. Learned a lot to watching, and I do think there is someone on Team Executor side, because what Sires is doing, typically anyone could do. If you're familiar with reverse engineering software and, your different Python scripts and SQL language, if you're familiar with all these things, it'll probably be easy for anyone that's familiar with it to rewrite or get things to point differently. Am I correct on that? Or even with the knowledge, it would still be difficult?
I mean, I have no experience, so I am not qualified to say, but you would assume that if you've had experience working on high level pieces of software, any program I write would probably take 5 minutes to decompile, but something where, you've got Adobe or, Sony or even even software crackers who have to do shit with Denuvo, that kind of stuff, it's been shown time and time again that it's easily done, asterisk, but there's plenty of people who have done it, so I see no reason why, if you're really, really, really determined, that you could pull it off.
Now, I want to also say, Alchemy PK has the smallest, most baller room ever for a 12-year-old. Yo, and no lie, he has lights by the bed, man, and he's got the music going. Yo, PK, I don't know where PK is at right now. I'm gonna have to message PK. But when PK get a girlfriend, mom and dad, watch out for PK. He will have a baby shortly after. So you just watch PK. Just watch him. Because he's over there balling, man. He's got the room. They're going to come over there. They're going to see the lights. They're going to say, oh, my gosh, PK, you have a PC and a PlayStation. Yeah. Need to worry. Need to worry. Hey, I didn't say any words. I just made sound effects. Okay?
Yes.
Sound effects are good. They're not words. Okay. But nonetheless, dead specimen. Now, Sony. Big thing with Sony is I hate them. I have hated them since I became a Microsoft fanboy, and I always find reasons to hate on them. And I will say there's times where they got great games, great stories. The times where I played the games, love it. But recently, Sony's been taking a lot of criticism for having these small development teams and I can't look at the chat. I just can't look because I'm gonna die laughing. if I look at the chat. But being that you have Sony just taking these small development teams and saying, hey, go work with the bigger teams. We need you to work on these AAA titles. We need you to work on this remake. We don't want you to work on these smaller games. Do you think that's a smarter move for Sony to send smaller teams to work with bigger teams? Or do you think Sony should let these teams do what the hell they do?
Well, it's a good thing for us non-Sony people because now they've got less games to jack themselves off with. But when it comes to themselves, I think I don't know. Maybe it is a better business, because I don't know the impact of $60 to $70 per game versus $10 to $15 per game, but the game's budget, how does that affect the actual amount of profit they earn? So if it makes them more profit, it makes them more profit. Case closed. If it doesn't, then I don't know what they're doing. But I think in the end, it's clear that people who are Sony fans don't seem to like this very much. And so my wonder is, is this going to lead to some Sony fans just saying, this game was let's just take a slightly kind of, I guess, extreme example. I don't remember the name of the developer, but let's just say that Sony picked up the developer of Celeste. Maybe the dude was working on Celeste 2, and then he said, actually, you're going to work with Naughty Dog on this new they make Last of Us. I think they do.
Yeah, Last of Us. Yep, that's it.
This new Last of Us game, and you have to cancel Celeste 2. I wouldn't be shocked if someone found that out and that got out, that people were like, okay, well, fuck you, I'm not buying that Last of Us game. I really wanted Celeste 2. So I can really see that happening. And a little sidetrack, I find it hilarious how on Twitter you see so many people bitch about no, Xbox, don't take Bethesda from us, don't take Bethesda games away from our 55,000 game exclusive library. No, don't get some exclusives for yourselves, you assholes. What are you on about? You have 27 AAA IPs dedicated to your console. Let us have this one thing.
Yo, and I'm going to say this, as being a Microsoft fanboy, this is one thing I will totally side with you on. There is so many games on there, I could not possibly play them all. I look at some of those games and I go, man, I wanted to play that game so bad a couple years ago, and I still don't have time to play it. I totally agree with you. It is way too many games. Anybody who says that Xbox lineup needs more games are not playing the games that are on there. That's it. I mean, it's nothing else. They got too many damn games on there, whether you like it or not. Tons of games. So I am totally with you on that. But I haven't been online for Sony. The Sony store. Let me ask you this, specimen. Have you seen the Sony store? Are you a fan of that? Or how does that work? Is it even good? Or how do you think? What do you think about it?
Don't give any amount of everlasting fucks about Sony, about anything they do. I fucking despise a lot of their business practices. I despise a lot of Microsoft's business practices, but Sony more so. They are infinitely more greedy than Microsoft, I would argue, because Microsoft, when they got their backlash for the Xbox One, even after the pretty damn good time they had with the 360 minus all the red ringing, and they actually said, fine, we won't. They cleaned up their act, they hired new people, and now Microsoft has made a complete turnaround. They're, the way that they're supporting PC gaming, they're finally fucking getting over using that Windows Store, and they're moving their games over to Steam now. I don't even care that they're throwing ArcSan on there. It's better than fucking Universal Windows platform.
It is.
So, they are cleaning up their act exponentially. And so I would argue that Sony is about as anti-consumer as you can come, because at least Nintendo, if you really want to go there, you can give a middle finger to their anti-consumerism by pirating their shit if you really want to.
Yeah, you got a point.
You can kind of do it with Microsoft if you've got a PC. You can't do that to Sony. So the best thing you can do is just say, well, sorry, Sony, can't touch your shit.
UWP, man. Oh, gosh. Universal Win Platform. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you're right. And I'm with you on that. Sony definitely is greedy. And Microsoft's greedy as hell, too. Don't get it twisted. I remember a lot of them have weird practices. And you're right. Microsoft has done a lot of them. I do remember when they were coming out with the system, first thing was it's going to be an online-only system. It has to be connected to the console at all times. They took so much damn shit for that they had to go back on that. And I remember Microsoft releasing Vista, and you couldn't run applications on there because it just wasn't compatible. They wanted to make sure that you had to rebuy all the software to work on Vista again. Another dirty tactic. So, yes, I know and I agree with you. These companies do a lot of dirty tactics, but I'm with you. Recently, Sony has almost just said, we don't care what the hell people say. We're doing what we want to do, and we're going to be rich.
Sony just straight up was installing rootkits on people's computer if you put a music CD in it. Sony is the reason Denuvo exists. Long story on that.
Wow. Okay. So, do you have the details on that?
Long story short, Denuvo was a spin-off of Sony Music something that they made, that I don't know what they did initially, but effectively it was just some spin-off from Sony's music CD production line that was meant to just be for PC software, and apparently it was just so damn good that now it's basically for video games for the most part. And then Erdado bought them like in 2018 or something like that. But it was originally a spinoff of Sony Music. They are literally the reason Denuvo exists, and that's part of the reason why, and that's probably why Denuvo anti-cheats now on PlayStation.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right. Oh, my. Wow. Okay, it all comes around.
Well, I mean, Erdado owns them now. I don't think Sony has had anything to do with Denuvo for a while, but still, I wouldn't be shocked. I was like, hey, remember that company you gave us that has, made us billions of dollars, probably? Hey, let's return the favor a little bit.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Dead Specimen, my man, as we reach that time, any last words before you're out, my dude?
Okay, got two quick conspiracy theories, and one quick conspiracy theory, one quick funny thing, and then trying to figure out what the fuck owned Denuvo originally.
I have no idea.
Sony Digital Audio Disc Corporation was who owned them, and they originally made Sekirom. So my guess is that Sekirom, or Denuvo was just basically Sekirom 2.0, and then everything fucking happened after that. So that's that. Conspiracy theory. Just like, oh, hey, yo, Steiner with the tube.
Yeah, Steiner definitely got a bomb. Didn't even have to say nothing. Steiner got the bomb. Steiner, you get it. I ain't even had to say while you were talking. I didn't even want to do it, but I had Steiner dropping the bomb. Appreciate that, Steiner. Appreciate that. But no, you're right there. So that's one. And you said two. You got two theories. What are you doing to us today? So let me hear the second. I gotta hear the second.
First, just random thing I thought. Hey, maybe Team Executor, if they're gonna release that free version, that that the one that they cracked once they're like, okay, we're going down. Maybe if they just want to last hurrah, make that free version, put ads in it.
Yo! My God, that would be so hilarious.
Get 30% off at AshleyMadison.com.
Yo, and let me ask this, and I don't know, was there a version of like, was it JR program, JR Flasher, or one of them with ads in it?
J Runner had ads in it.
Yes, was it? I love this. Oh gosh, thank you.
Why did they put ads in J? Because I never used J Runner, but I looked at screenshots and they've had like demon chips added in. Like, why did it have ads in it?
Yo, I ran J Runner so many times. I definitely paid somebody's mortgage for the month.
Yeah, Alchemy, please tell me if you know. Well, okay, well, you've been here recently only, but if you have any knowledge on why they put ads in J Runner, please tell me.
Oh God, man! And drop a bomb, Joshua Drake, man. Shout out to you for the $2. Shout out Joshua Drake. I really appreciate that. But yo, that is a great question. Why did they put ads in J Runner? I just remember opening J Runner, and it was so bad sometimes that sometimes the application would not work. You had to close it and reopen it, and hopefully it wasn't on that same ad. It would pop up another ad, and you go, "Oh, thank you." You know, works great now. You know.
All right, so fucking the conspiracy theory I had. How about they say it's the team executor? Well, what if Alchemy is a team? Actually, just one Alchemy. You got the Alchemy that talks in the stream chat, the Alchemy that talks in the Discord, the Alchemy that talks in the Nick Moses Discord, the Alchemy that gets in the calls. Alchemy's actually a team. That's why he hasn't been arrested yet. There ain't just one of them.
It's not one Alchemy. It's not two Alchemy. It's Team Alchemy. Oh. Yo.
I am legend.
Yo, you killed it. As always, my man Dead Specimen, yeah, your theory killed it. And we're going to, you know what? We're going to follow up on that theory. We might have to see if I message, I'm be like, hey, why don't you video message me now?
Look at that. We have the Alchemy that's in my closet right now. Get the fuck out.
Oh, my goodness. As always, my man, Dead Specimen, nothing short of entertaining. My brother, I am going to holler at you later.
See ya, bro.
Yo, my man is wild today, man. My man killed it. Yo, but J Runner, that's a good question. And one Alchemy, the interview I would like to do next week. I'm actually going to message you, and I am going to put out a date specifically for that. I do want to promote it as such. So I will do that. We'll do it off. Okay, so I won't be doing it live or anything like that. We'll be doing it separately, and then I'll post. So that way you can watch it. If there's anything, you have any discrepancies with any answers or anything that's said, you can go ahead and check everything. So that way both parties are cool. I like to do these interviews, you know, official, and there's other interviews I want to do as well. So I want all these interviews to kind of take care of both parties. I want to make sure that you're not, you know, being reflected in any light that you don't want to be reflected in. So that's why I was going to let you answer the questions however you want to. But other than that, oh, definitely we ain't doing that live. But other than that, it's your boy NickMoses05. Love you guys. Prepare for all the updates to the channel. We out.